make I update to na city hot. But ADS, knock them the update. More endorsements don't enter for Peter Obi as opposition parties don't start to cry. This is our discussion today. Make we run am city hot no time. My name na ADS. Oh yeah, make we start with this video. Watch.
The Obi-Dati government is committed to ensuring that women and youth will be represented in government by law, not a token of sprinkle of women. The time for complaining is over. God has presented us with a unique opportunity, and we must do our part as women and as mothers of the nation to truly bet the Nigeria we want to see. What Nigeria needs now, it's a young, hardworking, dynamic, intelligent man. And we in the Labour Party, we have it.
Peter Obi is the one that is going to bring change. I'm from the north. Aisha is from the north. Detty is from the north. A lot of us here are from the north. But we believe in Peter Obi because we want to change the change. And it's only Peter that can do that.
That's not the Labour Party Women Forum, where their head now beautiful Mrs. Margaret Obi, drumming support for her husband, the presidential candidate of the party, Mr. Peter Obi. She talks say Nigeria at this time need a young, hardworking, dynamic, intelligent man to lead the country. And she don't confirm to Nigeria and say, the Labour Party gets the candidates with these qualities. And the candidates now her husband, Mr. Peter Obi. You see the beautiful chemistry between the candidates and his wife. The Labour Party women talk say, they won't change the change. This no be time to play religious or ethnic card. This not the time to know what we really want as a country and as a nation. It be like say, ex-President Obasanjo don't open endorsement doors for Peter Obi. Another big weight don't endorse Peter Obi. Make we find out. Oh yeah, watch.
The youth in particular will go out to look for their candidate, for candidates of their choice. Because in everything in this country, the sufferers have been our youth. They are the most uneducated. Today, the poorest man in the world is in Nigeria. Yesterday it was India. We can't continue. We have a nation of 200 million people, the largest black country in the world. But things are not moving on well with us. And we're not the cause. So I thought today, we have about 3, 4, 5, 18 candidates moving around. As I introduced to you earlier, I am the leader of the Southern and Middle Belt Elders Forum, which is made up of a Afenifere of Southwest, South-South, that is Pan Niger Delta, Ohanese, that's the Igbo stock, the Igbo speaking Nigerians, Middle Belt, That is the buffer between the south and the north. All the states occupying that area, the middle of Nigeria, are called Middle Belt. They are with us. They believe that Nigeria belongs to all of us, and that's what we believe in. So whatever we are doing today, we are always together. We're talking about Plateau, we're talking about Benue, we're talking about Kwara, we're talking about Niger, and so on. So we are together. It's not a question of tribe, it's not a question of religion. No, I've already drafted my speech, it's a short address, and I would like to call upon my assistant to read what I've written.
Thank you. Peter Obi, my choice for the 2023 presidential election by Chief Dr. Edwin Clark, OFRCON.
Chief Edwin Clark, the leader of the Southern and Middle Belt Elders Forum, will include Afenifere of the Southwest, Niger Delta of the South-South, or Hanez Ndibo of the Southeast and the Middle Belt, when our people where they're in between the South and the North. Now him, they lead all of them. 96-year-old Chief Clark believes say the biggest sufferers in the Nigerian states now the youth who governments don't deny the good things of life, including education. And they must come outside and support a candidate who get their interest for mind. And that candidate no fit be any other person if not Mr. Peter Obi. The elder statesman don't talk him choice as him don't see things inside this country, even at the age of 96. The man don't see things. All who in my people's way of saying it, he don't see things. With all these endorsements, we don't enter for Peter Obi. Wetin una think say go be the reaction of the other presidential candidates wey wan be Nigeria's president come May 29th, 2023. Make we find out. Oya watch.
And some of the people they are alleging, we have seen it on the news that they are supporting or they are endorsing Mr. A or Mr. B. I think it was a big mistake. These are leaders we respect. There is a time in your life that you become a real statesman, not a politician. And I can tell you also that any candidate, any party that comes out with the face of ethnicity or comes with the issue of religion, that party, that candidate, I can assure you at the national level that that person has failed the election even before it starts. Nigerians are not waiting for you or any other person. Nigerians will take decision on their own. And many people don't even understand that in northern politics, nobody owns the voters. Voters don't have any forum to meet. Love and support goes around like virus. And once people take decision on a particular candidate, I can tell you nothing will change, whether somebody endorses from the north or from the south or from outside the country, it doesn't matter. And I want to advise our leaders, please, if you see them, you tell them that they should not stop disgracing themselves. We have so much respect for them. If you say you don't like me, then you have problem. If I become that old and at that level, and I'm sure the same with everybody, you want to come and start playing party politics, and especially politics that has to do with religion. Because that's the belief in this country. These endorsements have to do with ethnicity plus or religion. And I think some people should grow beyond that.
Rabiu Kwankwaso, the presidential candidate of the new Nigeria's People's Party, NNPP, they para on top these endorsements. He believes these elder statesmen suppose respect themselves and stay off politics. But these elders are called elders for a reason. I be no be so. Them no fit fold their hands. Sit down, they look, make everywhere scatter. Even as them still they alive inside this country. You know they possible. The All Progressive Congress APC believes say Peter Obi now the biggest reason their presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu go become president-elect after February 25th. Make we hear from the spokesperson of the Presidential Council, where in name na Festus Keyamo. Oya watch.
This election appears to be over already. It's a one-horse race already. I'm not saying this, I'm not hyping our candidate because, oh well, I'm the spokesperson. But any close watch-out events should know by now. So the results should not shock anybody when it comes. If PDP does so badly, the results should not be a surprise to anybody. The problems are just too many. They are mounting for the PDP, both in and out of the PDP. Every single person that supported the PDP in 2019 against us, not even the core PDP members. Ohaneze, like I said, endorsed article in 2019. Middle Belt Forum endorsed article in 2019. Pandef endorsed article in 2019. Afenifere endorsed article in 2019. OBJ endorsed article in 2019. Padebanjo endorsed article in 2019. All of these people I mentioned that they pulled out. They pulled out and supported the Labour Party. So when we said at the earlier part of this campaign that Peter Obi is the greatest weapon that Asiwaju has, that Tinubu has, people don't understand what we're saying. I can say it openly now because I know it's too late for him to pull out. I can say it openly, but Peter Obi is the biggest reason Asiwaju will win this election. And, you know, on a lighter note, on the day of swearing in, I will beg that Peter Obi is given the front seat row on that day of swearing in. We sit near Asiwaju as his best friend.
Okay.
And the reason why he's being sworn in as president. Okay. Peter Obi should sit on the front row on that day.
Okay.
Festus Keyamo talk say Peter Obi now the greatest tool Bola Ahmed Tinubu gets to win this coming presidential election. With the watch, the election now just few days away. We go confirm this thing we just talk now. Make I finish up this discussion with a debate between Rufai Oseni of Arise TV and Festus Keyamo. Make we hear waiting these two talk inside this matter. Enjoy the debate on your watch.
Let's go back to the failures of the APC, which the wife of the president even confirmed by begging.
But it's not that they are alleged failures.
No.
Don't use the word failures.
No. Mr. Keyamo, you asked for let's pipe things down. We've been civil. Let's just continue this way. Let me finish talking. Now you are interrupting me, Mr. Keyamo. Let's keep things civil.
Okay, right? I'm not trying to.
Mr. Keyamo, you see, I'm sure the world sees that you're the one interrupting me now. Let me finish my
statement.
Go ahead. All right. Go ahead. The failures of the APC, which are too numerous to mention. One of the longest strike in recent times, ASU strike, the Japa syndrome, the poor economy, the fact that as Minister of Labor, we've not had employment for the people, youth unemployment on the high, the fact that you've been leaving one of the biggest debt burden behind. So when you were saying in 2015, everybody knew that Nigeria was headed for dire straits, people are even more skeptical about the future after this your government leaves because you've left so much debt behind, you've crippled the economy, you're trying to tax everybody, and you keep breaking the laws. You know what you're doing now? For the first time, you've signed in the budget, the president has signed in the budget, but he's not signed the finance bill. You are a lawyer. You know that's at variance with the laws on ground. He skipped that. So the failures keep mounting. I don't know how you're going to defend all of this litany of failures.
The economy has failed. I disagree with you because it has not failed. It has not failed because right now, like I said, we have one of the best recovery rates, and IMF has confirmed that. We came out of post-COVID better than and quicker than IMF projected. And I'm giving you facts. And when I give you facts at times, like I said earlier, when you have memorized something to pour out, you just keep pouring it out without taking note of the facts. I told you about the unemployment rate and the fact that multi-levels of government are involved, and it was all a worldwide issue post-COVID that is shut up. But you keep reporting the same issues. So I would prefer that we both go and debate somewhere instead of you asking me questions here. That is to answer you. That's to reply you on that, first of all. I disagree with you. And then you talk about the borrowing. The borrowing, people can easily see the infrastructure that we have built as a result of borrowing. And then, you know what? When people borrow you, we are credit worthy. It means that they rate your economy so good that you can pay back. Because these are things that will reflect the economy. It's only by infrastructure you can reflect the economy, and the economy will do so well that we can pay back, these loans. Don't forget too that in Africa, our debt to GDP ratio is the best. In fact, go and check for the big nations in Africa, of Egypt, of Kenya, of South Africa, of Ghana. Our debt to GDP ratio is one of the best. So if the world considers us credit worthy, and we have not, don't forget too, we have not also reached the IMF, ceiling of 55%. We are still doing about 25-30% of our debt to GDP ratio. Other African countries are doing 80%, 90%, 70% above the IMF, ceiling. So I disagree with you.
You don't see for yourself, say, despite the ugly condition, this present government don't bury us inside. Them still get the mind, the order to face the press to talk say them no fail Nigeria and Nigerians. Festus Keyamo get mind to tie the failure of our economy to COVID-19 of 2020. Other countries don't recover. We still the struggle to recover. Talking about the huge debt where this government don't decorate the country with. Festus Keyamo still they talk about Nigeria being the best in debt to GDP ratio when compared to other African countries. Why these people, they confuse us with GDP when we know they produce anything as a country? Why? GDP mean gross domestic product, a cumulative of the total products and services rendered in a year by a country. Oh, now they hear me so? How country, when no they produce anything, go they talk about GDP? Are we normal in this country? Are we normal? Quote of the year, according to Festus Keyamo. When I want the quote of the year. Now say, when you borrow, your economy is rated high. Now Festus Keyamo talk this thing when I just hear now. Him say, when you borrow, your economy is rated high. High is a pity. Inside all of this matter, the only thing we concern Nigerians, now for them to get ready with their PVC. If you never collect your own PVC, I beg, rush now and collect it. Collection go end on the 22nd of February 2023. I beg, be part of Nigeria, decide 2023. I go see you on tomorrow. Oh yeah, wait. You don't collect updates, you won't run away, Abi. Well, Biko, subscribe, enjoy, Biko, da Allah, subscribe.